thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Burn! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Okay. I just got the weirdest message. And when I say weird, this is totally weird. There. Oh, then that goes crash. Okay. Welcome to this edition of the Brian Snow Show, where I just woke up and I am probably going to be scrambling here. Um, I'm really out of things to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I expected my family to be home by now. My wife and my daughter, they went out to the grocery store, and I really thought they would be home. So I lay down and took a nap. And I thought it would be a short nap. Nope. And I'm really quite worried about them right now. I mean, part of me, and yes, I am calling a major audible right now. Major audible. Part of me knows they're okay. The logical part of me knows they're okay. But then there's the husband and father that worries so much about them. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to carry this as much as I can. I'm going to have an old interview standing by. I have play-by-play with JJ. I got Jason Joseph scheduled to come on at 4:40 and the lovely Pamela Michelle to come on at 5:30. But my family's got to come first. So when my family gets in, and it's a matter of when, so I can stop worrying. I will have an interview running so I can totally help them. So if I suddenly go to a break and you see you see that, then you'll know why I did. You'll know why I did that. So I'll cue that up. So we're gonna go business as usual for now. Yeah, that's a situation. So like I said, logically I know they're okay, but I worry a lot, and they've been gone most of the afternoon, and I know I know they're all right. It's when they're gone this long, and this is me totally being a worry wart, and I understand that. I totally understand that. But um I will adjust as we go along. So, I have an old interview with Dan Lovely standing by. Um because I know I got to help them when they get back here. So, that's that's a story for now. And what I might do is not just schedule one interview for replay, but a second one. because as I said, I don't know when they're going to get back, and I know they're on the way back, and I'm just praying they're all right. I'm being foolish. Y'all are seeing a husband and a father go completely out of his mind emotionally because I haven't heard from them all afternoon. And I I'm worried. And like I said, logically, I know they're okay. Logically, I know they're okay because I don't know why I'm so out of my mind about this, and I know I'm just worried. I am flat out worried. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to make myself calm. I've got interviews standing by for when they get back, and I know they'll have groceries in tow, and I am somebody please tell me I'm being totally stupid by worrying as much as I am. Um, Matter of fact, what I might do in the time being is get a pinch hitter. I just may do that. So let me do this, and let me calm down, and let me stop worrying, and I'll be back. I'll be back in a few minutes. The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is The Brian Snow Show.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Where
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing next-level pro wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon and see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
I still haven't had a word back from Jody or Sonia, and I ran. Oh boy, if I'm I'll say it again. If I'm overreacting, I'm overreacting. But they've been gone a few hours, and I'm totally worried. I'm totally worried to the point where I'm sitting here shaking. I know this is not like me, but this is my family. And if I'm being stupid and overreacting and worrying like this, then I'm just being stupid and I'm overreacting. And I will chalk it up to me being I'll chalk it up to me overreacting. But damn it, I am. I know I had a lot to talk about today, but right now my focus is on my family and their safety. And I'm going to queue up an old interview that is probably going to take us to the bottom of the hour or to the top of the next hour. And Victor to answer your question. They left about 1:00. Matter of fact, they left while you, Cole, and I were still having our post show chat from this morning. I've been crying the entire time. I'll say it again. I know I have a tendency to overreact. I know I have a tendency to worry. But I have not heard from them all afternoon. And if it's just them coming in with a whole bunch of groceries and they hung out all afternoon and I worried about that, then I can live with that. I can live with that. No storms, Victor, no storms in the area. I'm sorry, everybody. I am just sitting here shaking. I'm shaking. I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to calm down. And you texted, correct? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm so silent. I'm just worried out of my mind. I'm just worried. And I'm being crazy. I know I'm being crazy. All right. You're going to see an old interview. And it's probably going to wind up closing the show today. I had 2 interviews scheduled, and I've already informed them that I may need to pull out early. Okay. Let me calm down. Let me run this old interview. And if they come in, I know that's a total possibility, Victor. That's a total possibility. I know it's a total possibility, but this is me reacting out overreacting out of worry. This is me overreacting out of worry, and it may ultimately come back down to that. And I'll laugh my ass off if that's the case. I'll laugh my ass off if that's the case. I will. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to play this old interview. It's about 25 minutes. And I'll be back. Stand by. The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
I'm in another league. I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be. I'm next level. Next level.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing next level pro wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon and see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Oh, yeah. The show continues on this Monday, and we are presented by SeatGeek. If you are looking for the best way to experience live sports, then SeatGeek is your answer. I keep forgetting to push the button. SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you use the code Snowman, you'll get $20 off of your first purchase. For those of you watching on YouTube, the link is in the description box below. And that's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Speaking of fan, here's a fan of my programming, and I am a fan of his and a fan of the man here. That's Dan the Man Levely, and he joins me right now on this Monday edition of the Brian Snow Show. What's up, Danimal?
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having
good,
me.
Man. I hung out on your show. We had a fabulous time. I can't wait to do it again. I had to have you on my show. What got you into doing a radio show, doing a sports show? What got you into that?
Oh, well, I did my sports show, Bet That with Dan and Ja. It was just pretty much me and him. Like, we dabbled in we had a movie podcast that we had together. It was us and like 7 other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that was short-lived because it's 7 other people, and you know how things go that way.
Yes.
But it was, so me and him just linked up and said, "Hey, do you want to do a sports podcast?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, so it was just pretty much 2 friends just getting together and talking about sports and what we thought, and we just decided to do it live on the internet.
Do it live. Boy, I know that. So I know that very, very well. That sounds so familiar. How long you been doing it?
I think Bet That's been going on for almost a year now.
Nice.
But I've been podcasting for about 3 years now. So.
Cool. I know getting into the business of podcasting is something else. Where are you from originally?
I was raised in Sanford, Michigan, but I grew up in Saginaw, Michigan.
Michigan boy, and I see you sporting the Lakers.
Yeah. I get a lot of flack.
Listen, Dan is one of my favorites. He hangs out on the morning show when he has time, and he throws like little comments at us that have us going back and forth. But he's a very, very dear friend. Love talking to him. What made you a Laker fan?
It was Magic Johnson. I grew up idolizing Magic Johnson.
There you go.
And he was. It all stems back to Michigan State. I'm a Spartan at heart, so
that's good.
And Magic Johnson was my idol growing up, and so I just became a Laker fan. I was a Bulls fan briefly because of MJ, but I was just kind of like, I like both of them, so I was kind of just back and forth.
I got you. Listen, my first favorite player was Julius Erving.
And Dr. J, yeah.
Yep, my first favorite player was Julius Erving, and my mother, rest her soul, grew up made me a Showtime Laker fan because she loved Magic Johnson and Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy and those guys. So, Dad said, "There's no problem in you liking both the Sixers and the Lakers because you have favorite players on both teams." And then Michael Jordan showed up in 1984, and all of us were going, "What?"
Right.
I knew he'd be a great player when he was at North Carolina. I mean, how can you not be when you have the nerve to take a jump shot in front of 60,000 people for a national championship? And that wound up being the winning bucket for the national championship, and that legend was born.
Right.
What was it about Magic Johnson that made you a fan?
It's the way he plays. It was pretty much the way he dishes, he passed. He played it with style. It was like, it wasn't the trash talk, style. Like I'm gonna like obnoxious. Right. It was just like, it was the dishes, and it was the passing, the way he facilitated. And he was a scorer back in Michigan State too. People don't realize that, but he was a pretty good scorer too.
He was a great scorer in State.
It was just the way he played the game, and it was beautiful to watch. And I was like, this one, and I would just watch him, and I go, all right, get his footwork down, and then I would go try and do his moves and stuff too, and I would use that on my game too. So,
and it was just it was just basic stuff. It's just fundamental stuff. I've said often, and you've heard me say it, that the fundamentals in today's NBA are gone, and that's why the game is where it is. And I get so much pushback saying, "Well, these guys are athletic." Yeah, they're athletic, but look at how they play. Look at the style of basketball that they play.
It's like you can take the Dream Team, for instance, and that example is because the Team USA was like the most dominant basketball team in the world
Mm-hmm.
until they got beat by a fundamentally sound Argentina team.
Right.
And then the fundamentals is what destroyed Team USA until the Redeem Team came out, as you can see on Netflix. But the Redeem Team came out, and pretty much Kobe saved the day. Of course.
Of course it was Kobe, and Kobe did save the day on that team. And again, just going back to the fundamentals being missing, because one of my other favorite point guards was John Stockton. And the way Stockton would initiate the offense, he wouldn't walk up the floor like you see people do now. He'd run. He'd dribble. He'd be dribbling basketball, and he's at full tilt, getting the Jazz in their offense immediately. That's what I love. John Stockton, Mark Price, Kevin Johnson, Magic Johnson, they didn't walk up the floor. They ran. Maurice Cheeks, they didn't walk up the floor. They ran up the floor.
Yeah, it's the up tempo style. And that's pretty much how we learned too. When I was younger, it was run. This game is about running, so run. And it was just it was that. It wasn't take the flashy 3-pointers or alley-oops. We were little, we couldn't do that, you know.
I mean, you basketball is a game where you run. You got to be a thoroughbred to play basketball. So you have the ball in your hands. You're the quarterback of the offense. You run. I get so much pushback on mentioning the style of that style of basketball when I was growing up. But listen, when you see the teams that we've seen over the years, and not just the Lakers in Philadelphia and Boston, and later on the Bulls, but the Milwaukee Bucks with Sidney Moncrief. You see the Denver Nuggets and who they have with Alex English. You see the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Johnson. And when when KJ got to Phoenix, KJ and Mark Price were teammates in Cleveland. You know, a lot of people don't remember this. KJ and Mark Price were teammates in Cleveland, but Mark Price had pretty much won the starting job over KJ. So KJ was shipped to Phoenix. Larry Nance comes to Cleveland. And when KJ got to Phoenix, and I love talking about Kevin Johnson. When Kevin Johnson got to Phoenix, he just took the Suns to another level.
Yep. Yeah, he had a pretty good lineup around him too. Like Cedric Ceballos was there with him too. So yeah, he had a fairly good lineup. Wasn't Barkley there with him too?
Yeah, Barkley got there in 90. Barkley got there in 93.
Yeah.
And so that was the trade that they made with Jeff Hornacek going to Philadelphia. Barkley goes to Phoenix. And then they go to another level. First year that Barkley was there, they went to the finals, but they went up against you know who. In a six game war. But matchups like that is what I miss in sports, period. You know, there's not many rivalries anymore, and I hate that.
I think it's because back in like the late 80s and early 90s, basketball was like, it was a physical sport. It was a contact sport. You could get hit and nothing would happen. There would be no call, no tech. Nowadays, it's, I don't want to say soft, but it is. It's soft. Exactly that.
It's soft play. It's like every play there's a whistle.
And it all started with the hand check. Once they disallowed the hand check, the whole game went soft after that.
Yeah.
Like I miss the days where you can just take somebody out. That's what I did when I was in high school. If someone tried to dunk on me, I took you out.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to happen.
You earn your points at the free throw line.
Right.
You're not getting to the basket. And if you make the basket, hey, pick you up. Kudos to you. Get the 3-point play. But you're not, it's not going to be easy getting to the basket on me.
You're going to earn it.
You have to. Thank you. Thank you.
Earn it.
You have to earn it, because we don't see that anymore. You don't see basket being earned anymore. And I'll say it for you. It's soft. I've said it for a long time. It's very, very soft. To use my New York, it's soft, man, and I don't like it.
Right.
I mean, one of my favorite centers of all time, who my mother hated because he played so well against the Lakers, was Moses Malone. Love Moses.
Yep, Moses. Yep.
Okay, Moses would run you over and still had a feathery touch getting to the basket. Moses is the only center I know that could body up Abdul-Jabbar and take the skyhook away from him. He was good. Yes, he was the only center I knew that could do that and do that consistently.
The skyhook, though, that was such a sweet shot. You don't see that nowadays. No one would ever attempt that nowadays. It was so ugly, but pretty at the same time.
And all you had to see was Kareem get the ball on the low block, and all he needed was a sliver of room. Swing left, shoot right, and then when that skyhook was up in the air, you look at your scorecard. Yep, you can put that down in the book.
That's good. That's good. It was just so awkward, though.
Yeah,
it was just awkwardly thrown, and it's just like, whatever. He just threw it up and it just went in almost every single time. It was like I tried to imitate that move, and it's just like, no, there's no way. You start at the hip, and then nope.
You can't teach. Well, you can't teach 7'2" and 265.
No, you can't.
Okay, and he worked on that shot so tirelessly. Because, like I said, all you have to do is see him get the ball on the block, and all he needed was like a foot of room. So you'll work one way, swing back the other way, and you're like, oh, hell, here it comes. And it just right in the basket.
Yep.
And he'd do it from anywhere. He would do that skyhook from anywhere.
We're just like, it's insane. It's like one of those, it's iconic shots, like MJ's fadeaway.
Oh, my gosh.
Just the finger roll, Iceman's
finger roll with Iceman.
Yeah. It's just one of those
Julia
things.
Serving walking out of bounds.
Yep. Yep. Crazy.
Iconic. It's like you said, iconic shots. And that fadeaway from Michael Jordan was such a weapon.
It was unguardable
weapon.
At the time. Yeah, the way just shimmy.
Bam! And you don't know which way he's gonna go.
Yep.
You don't know which way he's gonna go.
Yep. You can always tell when he's gonna do it too, because he always rolled his back. And once he rolled his back, he tried to feel where the defender was behind him. And then once he did that, once he knew where you were, it's over.
You forget it. Forget it.
Over.
You know, you were at his mercy. You were at his mercy. The same. So many players that had a post game. One of my favorite centers who was very awkward but used his body well was Brad Daugherty.
Yeah.
Brad Daugherty used his body very well, and he had something similar to a skyhook. He had the jump hook.
Yeah.
You know, standing at 7'1". I miss centers in the NBA, like true
big centers,
big men.
Yeah.
You know, the closest to a center we have now in the NBA is Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
And he had the most well-rounded game I've ever seen.
And you don't look at Jokic as like a traditional center either. He's not like a big man that bangs down low. He's going to drop that three on you too. So it's like an evolution of big guys. Like you in the NBA, all you're going to see is 7 feet people here pretty soon.
Yeah,
they're all going to be running point guards.
They're all going to be 6'10". They're all going to be 6'10" and above. It's crazy. Running point guards, looking just as awkward as ever. Ben Simmons, hello. All right. How about football? Who's your football team?
Oh, I love the Rams, not because of the whole Stafford trade neither. It's just because I get that a lot. I'm like, yeah, you're a Rams fan because of the Stafford trade.
Right.
No, I was a Rams fan back before they went to St. Louis and they were still in LA.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So Eric Dickerson era.
Yes.
Okay. Eric Dickerson. John Robinson era. Henry Eller, Jim Everett, Willie Flipper Anderson.
Like I think Trent Green was there.
Trent Green was there. Briefly. Yeah, he was there. So with me, I love the 49ers. And
are you from San Francisco?
No, I'm from Chicago.
No. Chicago, okay.
And Joe Montana is the reason.
Yep.
And I get teased all the time by my family and my friends. And how can you be from Chicago and like the 49ers? Easy. Joe Montana. And later on, Steve Young. And
Jerry
when
Rice.
I mentioned Jerry Rice, when I mentioned Joe Montana, they're like, all right. But how can you? And later, my friends would contact me, and they're like, "Okay, you sold me. How could you not like Joe Montana and the impact he had on the game?
Like the pass to Clark? Come on, Come on.
That play made me a 49er fan forever. The catch.
The catch.
Because I had so many people in my class pulling for the Cowboys. I was the only one that pulled for the 49ers. And it wound up turning into a bet with my teacher. Like, if the 49ers win, everybody gets cupcakes. You're on.
Okay.
And like, you're on because they're going to win. And I thought, before the winning pass, I thought, I opened my big mouth and now I'm in trouble. And I could explain to my mother why I'm making cupcakes. But Dwight Clark saved the day.
Yep.
Out of nowhere, and Everson Walls has got to have nightmares.
Right through his hands.
Right. And you thought it was going to sail out of bounds. Nope. Here comes this guy. You talk about awkward. Everyone says Dwight Clark was awkward, but Dwight Clark was a hell of an athlete. He was a hell of a receiver. And you just see him doing this, bending away. No one has any business bending. And you're like, how?
Yep. I think it was one of those catches where he even was surprised he caught it. It was just like what you just reach for it and just hope, and you're just like, it's there, it's there.
You just hope against hope that it's there, and it's there, and it's there, and you're like, how did he catch that?
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
Next day in class, we're all sitting there laughing. My teacher's laughing as she brings in the box of cupcakes, and we're all like, okay, good.
They better be bringing those cupcakes in.
Right. Dan Levely joining me here on the program. We're talking sports, talking our favorites. Who are some of your other favorite football players growing up?
LT, like LaDainian Tomlinson, very big fan of his. LT, Randy Moss, huge fan of Randy Moss. I love Randy Moss. Like, changed the game for the wide receivers like forever.
Yeah. So two quintessential receivers that changed the game: Jerry Rice and Randy Moss. You know, and Randy Moss.
I grew up watching Jerry Rice. It was Jerry Rice and Steve Young. I followed the Niners briefly when I started getting into football, and there was the Singletary era and Steve Young. Jerry Rice was on the team. I think T.O. was on the team later.
T.O. came later.
But it's that era that got me into football. And just watching Jerry Rice, it's like you can't stop him. You can't stop Jerry Rice.
You can't.
Maybe when he was a Raider, but not when he was a Niner.
When he was with the 49ers, all he needed was like one move. And he didn't even have to make that move. He and John Taylor were the masters of taking a 4-yard pass and then turning it into a long run.
And you couldn't catch him either. They were so fast.
You didn't think they were
60,
that fast.
Like, gone.
Right. You didn't think they were that fast. Until you tried to catch him. Like, wait a minute, why I can catch up with this guy, and he's pulling away, and he's slowly pulling away. And you're like, oh, why am I not catching him? Why am I not catching him? And the same with John Taylor.
John Taylor, it was the same one.
Same with John Taylor. You take a 4-yard pass and you're right there to make the play. He makes like a simple move inside and he takes off. And you're going, what? And in one game against your Rams in '89, he caught two 90-yard touchdown passes. And both times the Rams had the 49ers pinned in their own territory deep. The first one, he hits Taylor, should have been stopped at the 20-yard line. The defender falls down and takes off.
It's over. Yeah.
It's over. Tell me about the Dan Levely show. How'd that get started?
It was during COVID, like when everyone became a everyone became a podcaster. That's when it's
true.
But yeah, it started out as it was a podcast called Oops Caught Me Smoking, and it was a cannabis-based podcast.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much all I talked about was cannabis. And I was just like, let's divert, let's grow out of this audience. I still have my followers from that audience too, because I still dabble a little bit while I'm on the show. But it's mostly because I wanted to bring amateur comedians, independent musicians and artists. I wanted them to have like a place where they can come and get their music heard or get their stand-up heard, because I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy. I was a comedian for like 3 weeks. So I was like, I like it better when other people do it because they're better at it than I am. But yeah, I just wanted to get a place where I can get independent artists, like hip hop artists from Saginaw, Detroit, Corpus Christi, Texas, like all these people from these small cities that have they have trouble getting heard. So that's what I wanted to create my show, so I can give them a platform to be heard.
And I love the show. I absolutely love the show. From the first episode you sent me, I've been a big fan of your show. And it's a great variety show. It's absolutely a great variety show, and I love it. Dan Levely joining us here on the program. Go check out the Dan Levely Show. It's an absolutely fabulous program. You'll have a fabulous time listening. All the amateur comedians get heard. Amateur hip hop artists get heard. You never know who's gonna be there, but I guarantee you, he brings some great guests, and it's always a great time, just like a great time it was here hanging out with Dan. Dan, thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate you. I love you, and I can't wait to have you back on.
Hey, anytime, man. Just give me a call. Just get a hold of me. We'll set something up.
We'll set something up. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That'll do it for this edition of the Brian Snow Show. I hit the button too soon. I'm so sorry about that. That'll do it for this edition of the Brian Snow Show on a Monday. Hope you all enjoy it as I enjoy bringing it to you. I wish you well. I say God bless, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Thank you for tuning into The Brian Snow Show, where sports is the base, life and fun are the results.